try this with my left hand because it's sun. Yep, changing landscape today, folks. I really didn't fancy heading up north this weekend. I don't know, I'm a bit bored of the M6, I think, so thought I'd spice my life up a bit and go on the M62. So I've come east and I'm walking in the Yorkshire Wolds. I've just parked at a little village down there called Fixendale, and I'm going to do a circular walk in the area, and I am going to camp, but I'm staying on a little campsite. It's not really that conducive to wild camping around here, but every now and again I like a walk on the chalk. It's not what I'm used to back home or heading further north. There's always something a bit different, so my interest here. I mean, look at this, I'm walking on the edge of fields of crops. Got sweet corn here. One other thing I like about chalk landscapes is finding flint. Now this is not a work tool, of course, but it's the raw material that held such importance to Stone Age man. I was like picking up pieces of flint. A lot of berries in the hedgerows, you can tell it's almost autumn. These are rose hips. We used to rip them open and pull out the little airy seeds inside and stuff them down people's backs for itching powder. We've got some sloes here on blackthorn. I don't know if you've ever eaten a sloe, but they're incredibly sour. I'm going to have a store on them. In fact, they're quite unpleasant. Oh, horrible. Ugh. This diminutive little plant in the centre here, it's called Eyebrite. I think I've read somewhere that you used to make a tincture out of it. You used to and drop that into your eyes. It's supposed to make your eyes sparkle. Now, according to the map here, I am walking along an earthwork. But on the ground here there's barely a hummock or anything to mark it. You know, you could wild camp up here. It'd be a very stealthy affair, it'd be a little bit on edge. But there's loads of little nooks and crannies, hedgerows, copses you could tuck yourself away in. I suppose I'm just thinking ahead really. I've always had a bit of a yen to do the Wolds way. I've not done a long distance footpath for years. So if I did one, I'd want to do something pretty easy really. And the Wolds way, I don't know, seems like a good one to get back into the swing of things. I've not done any research or anything like that. I'm not really in a position to do it, certainly over the next couple of years. But when the kids are a bit older, yeah, I think it's something I quite fancy. My mate Lee's done it. I think he liked it. I'm not sure how I'd do it really. I think just sort of weighing up the lie of the land. I think I'd probably just take my tent and just play it by ear. Wild camp if I had to. Take a bit of brass if I fancied a bit of luxury. Find a B&B maybe. Yeah, it's something I quite fancy. don't know if you saw any of them birds that I flushed then on that walk by. They were red leg partridge. Bit of a shame really, I was hoping they were grey partridge, which are much more scarce. Don't think I've seen a grey partridge this year. Just as I'm walking on the edge of this ploughed field, it's full of fragments of chalk and flint, and I amuse myself with happy thoughts of finding a nice arrowhead just sticking out of the soil. More chance of being struck with lightning, which is a possibility actually, because ahead there's a fair bit of rain, and every now and again there's a rumble of thunder as well. Flipping rain. Don't think I'm that far back to Thixondale now. Just following the Centenary Way, which I think takes me back to the village. A lot of pheasants around here. I've not just done this walk today. I got up early this morning and I drove to the east coast. I drove to Flamborough Head to a bit of a sea watch. It's a famous Yorkshire headland for sea watching. It was quite pleasant on the coast. It was quite sunny, nice and mild. There were a fair few other people sea watching at the main area. I didn't see anything spectacular. Saw some harbour porpoises, which are quite nice, some grey seals. One Manx shearwater, that were good. I've always wanted to see one this year. That's my first this year. Arctic skua, a lot of gannets, Arctic terns. Yeah, so not bad really. I've had worse sea watches anyway. I don't know whether you're seeing this, but this field is absolutely chocker with pheasant. Young birds. There's a nature reserve not too far from here that I visit, and it used to be good for snakes. And I was talking to one of the rangers once, and he was saying the damage mass releases of pheasants have done to the adder population on the nature reserve. When the small adders are, I suppose, just like a big fat earthworm, but the pheasants just seem some sort of irritant, I suppose. They peck them and stamp on them. Well, I'm not too far from Thixondale now. I've just checked on the map and it looks like there's a public house in the village. So if that's open, I'm going to have a Swifton. If not, I'll get on my way straight away and drive over to my campsite. I'm not quite sure how far it is, the campsite away, but it's near Pocklington. So I'll do my proper farewells there. I was just about to panic then. I thought I had a tick on my leg. Right, I've arrived at the campsite, as you can see. It's called Yapham Holds Farmhouse. Nice little site really. Very quiet. They've got some camping pods down there. A bit pricey for me with a little tent. I know I've got my car and stuff. I'm not using electricity. I suppose it's handy for the area though. Yeah, so I finished my walk at Thixondale. The pub was shut, missed it by half an hour. So instead of coming straight here, I took a sort of a windy route really. Just I had a look on the map, looked at some interesting looking places, and had a shufty. It's something I like doing that. I like finding things on maps, then going having a look. I visited a couple of lovely little old churches. The first one was at a place called, hang on a minute, forgot. Kirby Underdale. Really lovely church. I met a right nice man there as well. He was telling me all about the history of the area and the village. And he was lamenting all the things that have been lost in the area. A favourite tree in the churchyard that had gone, he were telling me all about it. And then after that, I visited another little church at a place called Great Givendale. much smaller church that, and a beautiful location, a little wooded valley, I suppose. So now we're an interesting route here. What am I going to do this evening? Well, I'm going to make something to eat in a bit. There's a road just there, obviously. I'm going to make something to eat in a bit. I've got some drinks and I'm just going to chill out. It's been a bit showery. I'll probably spend most of the evening sat in the car. There's no point me lying down in the tent, and then I'll probably just crawl into bed when I'm tired or something. I'll see. Anyway, not my usual video this, but I do like to break up the wild camp after wild camp after wild camp. So thanks for watching, look after yourselves, and I'll see you next time.